Join me as I challenge myself to apply powerful Buddhist wisdom in my daily life for a whole week and see if I can stop being disrespected. I think we can all agree that being disrespected is something that happens to the best of us. Whether it's from a stranger on the street, a family member, or even someone we're in a romantic relationship with, it's a painful and frustrating experience. But what if I told you that there's a way to approach these situations that can actually empower you, rather than leaving you feeling deflated and angry? That's what we're going to explore today, using the wisdom of Buddhism to stop being disrespected. Buddhism is all about cultivating inner peace, compassion, and wisdom, and I truly believe that these principles can be applied to our daily lives in a practical way. By adopting a more mindful and compassionate approach to dealing with disrespect, we can not only improve our relationships with others, but also our relationship with ourselves. So let's dive into this topic and see how Buddhist wisdom can help us navigate these tricky situations. Whether you're a Buddhist or not, I invite you to keep an open mind and see if you can apply some of these principles to your own life. Have you ever noticed how people tend to treat you the way you allow them to? When someone disrespects us, it's easy to get angry, hurt, or frustrated, and sometimes we even blame ourselves for letting it happen. But the truth is, being disrespected is not about who's at fault, it's about recognizing our own worth and setting boundaries. We've all been in situations where we felt like we're being walked all over, whether it's at work, in a personal relationship, or even with a stranger. Maybe someone cut in line in front of you, or a colleague took credit for your idea, or a family member made a thoughtless comment. Whatever it is, it's easy to let these incidents make us feel small, insignificant, and powerless. But what if instead of reacting with anger or hurt, we could respond with compassion and understanding? What if we could recognize that the other person's behavior is often a reflection of their own pain, fear, or insecurity, rather than a personal attack on us? I'm sure you've experienced this before. Someone snaps at you, and you feel the urge to snap back. But have you ever stopped to think about what might be driving their behavior? Maybe they're having a bad day, or they're struggling with their own personal demons. When we're disrespected, it's easy to fall into the trap of taking it personally. We start to wonder if we're not good enough, or if we're somehow deserving of this treatment. But the truth is, being disrespected is not about us, it's about the other person's lack of respect for themselves. Think about it, when someone disrespects us, they're not respecting their own boundaries, their own values, or their own self-worth. It's not about us, it's about their own inner struggles. This is where Buddhist wisdom comes in. Buddhism teaches us that everyone is on their own path, and that we can't control how others behave. But what we can control is how we respond to that behavior. One of the most powerful Buddhist teachings is the concept of compassion. Compassion is not about feeling sorry for someone, but about recognizing their suffering and wishing them well. When we're disrespected, we have a choice. We can either respond with anger and defensiveness, or we can respond with compassion and understanding. The next time someone disrespects you, try taking a deep breath and saying to yourself, "This person is suffering, and they need my compassion." It's not about condoning their behavior, but about recognizing their humanity. Another key teaching in Buddhism is the concept of self-compassion. When we're disrespected, it's easy to beat ourselves up over it, to wonder what we did wrong, or to feel like we're not good enough. But self-compassion is about treating ourselves with kindness, understanding, and patience. Imagine if you could respond to disrespect with the same kindness and compassion that you would offer to a good friend. Wouldn't that be a game changer? In Buddhism, we're taught to cultivate mindfulness and awareness in our daily lives. This means being present in the moment, observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, and responding to situations rather than reacting to them. When we're mindful, we're able to recognize the signs of disrespect before they escalate into something more serious. We're able to set boundaries, communicate our needs, and assert ourselves without aggression or defensiveness. One of the most powerful Buddhist teachings is the concept of boundaries. When we set clear boundaries, we're not only respecting ourselves, but also respecting others. We're saying, "I deserve to be treated with respect and kindness, and I will not tolerate anything less." Think about it, when someone disrespects us, it's often because they don't recognize or respect our boundaries. So what if we could communicate those boundaries clearly and assertively, without being aggressive or confrontational? Buddhism also teaches us about the concept of impermanence. Nothing is permanent, including our relationships, our jobs, and even our lives. When we recognize this impermanence, we're able to approach life with a sense of detachment and acceptance. Imagine if you could respond to disrespect with a sense of equanimity, rather than getting caught up in emotions like anger, fear, or hurt. Wouldn't that be liberating? So what's the most impactful lesson that I've learned from Buddhist wisdom about dealing with disrespect? It's this: when someone disrespects us, it's not about us, it's about them. It's about their own suffering, their own lack of self-awareness, and their own need for compassion. When we recognize this, we're able to respond with compassion, rather than hurt or anger. We're able to set boundaries, communicate our needs, and assert ourselves without aggression or defensiveness. The bottom line is, being disrespected is not about who's at fault, it's about recognizing our own worth and setting boundaries. It's about cultivating compassion, self-awareness, and mindfulness in our daily lives. I hope this video has given you some practical tools and insights to deal with disrespect in your own life. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness, and it's up to you to set those boundaries and communicate your needs. If you've had any experiences with disrespect, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on self-improvement, and check out my next video on how to cultivate self-awareness in your daily life. Thanks for watching.